Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be learning how to make queso fresco using only 3 simple ingredients. Let's get started. We're going to need half a gallon of whole milk. Very important that you use the whole milk. It's the one with the red top. A strainer, a cheesecloth, 3/4 of a cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and a second strainer to drain our milk. We also need a large stock pot similar to this one. We're going to turn the stove on to medium-high heat. Now we're going to pour our milk into the pot. Here's the first quart. Now the second one. If you need to turn up the heat, you can, but make sure it doesn't come to a boiling point. We're going to keep stirring while it's on the stove so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Very important. And we're going to keep stirring until it reaches at least 90 degrees Celsius. If you have a thermometer, you can use to check the temperature. Now we're ready to add our apple cider vinegar. I'm going to add in a little bit at a time. I only added a little bit and it's already starting to break down, as you can see. So we're going to add a little bit more until we use all of the 3/4 of a cup of vinegar. Now I'm going to add the remainder of the vinegar and continue stirring very slowly until it's all broken down. And it's going to start to look similar to this, kind of like a cottage cheese mixture. Now I'm going to turn the stove off and I'm going to let it sit there on the burner. Let it cool down for about 20 minutes or so. It's been about 20 minutes now, so now I'm going to drain the liquid out of it. I'm going to use this colander. Then once I have it all in there, I'm going to remove it and put it back into the pot that I used to let it drain and cool off for about 20 minutes or so. Now I'm going to use the second colander and I'm going to place it in a glass bowl, or any bowl will do. Now I'm going to take the cheesecloth and place it over the bowl. Now I'm going to add the salt to the cheese and I'm going to mix it. Make sure your hands are nice and clean for this step. And then I'm going to do a little taste test once I'm done mixing to make sure it doesn't need any more salt. And if it does, you can add. It's up to you. Now that it's ready, we're going to transfer everything into the cheesecloth that we prepared earlier. We're going to get everything in there. And once it's all in there, we're going to press down on it with our hand, trying to get all the excess fluid out. You can use your hand or you can use the bottom of a glass. I'm going to use this small measuring cup to press down on it. And as you can see, the excess fluid is falling into the bowl on the bottom. I'm going to keep pressing on it a few more times until I feel I have a nice firm cheese. Then I'm going to cover it with the cheesecloth and press down on it a few more times. And with the cup again. And then once you feel you have a nice firm cheese, we're going to set it aside for about an hour. And I'm going to place a heavy object on it and I'm going to press on it a few times. Then I'm going to let it sit for about an hour and we'll come back and check on it. It's been about an hour now, so now I'm going to check the cheese. I'm going to give it a couple good presses and it feels really nice and firm. So now I'm going to open it and see what it looks like. Oh wow, it looks beautiful and it feels really firm. So now we're going to remove it from the container, which is why I like to leave the cloth in there because it makes it so much easier to remove. So now I'm going to take my plate and flip it over just like that. See how easy that was? And it feels really firm. So now I'm going to place my cheesecloth back on it and refrigerate it for about an hour just to make sure it's nice and firm. Then I'll come back and check on it. been about an hour now and our cheese is finally done. Look at that, it looks beautiful. It turned out just like one you would buy at a supermarket, but without all the additives. If you like this video and you would like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.